Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the queen of joy herself, Jessica Dugas. Good Monday morning, everybody. Happy October. Happy Monday to you guys. It is good to see you here this morning. I was off last week, much needed, and still a little off and on over here. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, not just of the network, but my personal life and myself personally as well. But it's good to be back with you guys here this morning, giving you some good vibes. I'm going to start off with a really big announcement. And as of right now, this is an as of right now thing. Project Joy Live for the rest of 2022 is going to be back to Monday mornings. It will not be Monday through Friday. It will be Monday mornings. And this was a decision that I did not take lightly. There's a lot of different things going on, like I said, behind the scenes, but it's something that needs to happen temporarily, at least. If I can come back to Monday through Friday earlier, I absolutely will. But as of right now, we are going to be on Mondays through the remainder of 2022. So I want to let you guys know about that first and foremost. Start to rip the Band-Aid off first thing this morning. As I mentioned, it is October now, and I'm going to tell you the same thing this morning that I said to you in the beginning of September. How did we get here? What is happening? I feel like just time is going so fast and it's wild right now. But at any rate, I'm glad to be here with you to celebrate this beginning of October with you at the moment, and let me know if it's feeling like the last quarter of the year to you. It's definitely feeling like that here. It was 48 degrees this morning when I went outside. So you guys may have heard the For Love poem here on Project Joy Live that I share often by my friend Dorothy Auger. And there are many of us, I know that I've talked about this before, but this is for the newbies, that gather together every day, 7 days a week, that people can make it. And we read the For Love poem together in our respective languages, and it's a beautiful experience. Sometimes we have several languages being represented at once, and it's just a beautiful thing. And so when we moved back here to Connecticut, which is a few months ago now, coming up on 3 months already, holy cow. But anyway, when we came back here, I made it a thing when I would go out on the back porch in the morning. I have my one chair that I sit in because we have a beautiful back deck here, and the weather is like always gorgeous for the most part. I think I've only had to be inside for the rain once since we've been here, which it's nice that it works out that way. But it's cold is what I'm trying to say. All of that long, it was cold this morning when I went outside. And typically I'm still in my PJs and I go out and I've got like bare feet. It was cold outside this morning, but I love it. I can breathe. I will take that brisk cold air that you can breathe in, honestly, any day over that muggy, sticky, hot. Not a fan. So I'll take that any day. So it brings me a lot of joy to be able to do that. But it was cold this morning. Okay. It was cold. So definitely feeling like October. So I know there's a lot of people that were excited about Hocus Pocus 2 coming out a couple of days ago. Let me know if you've seen it. Have you seen it? B, have you not seen it? C, do you not care? Let me know how you feel about that. I have not watched it yet. I liked the first movie. I'm not like one of the like a cult following kind of person with the movie, but I liked it. I may watch the second one this week. We'll see how that goes. But it came out and it got me to thinking, what are some of the iconic like spooky season movies that you like to watch? I know there's a lot of people who love the horror movies. I know that there are a lot of people who just as equally absolutely hate the horror movies. So let me know if there's anything. What are the movies that you cannot go through spooky season, October, up until Halloween? Let me know if there's movies that you like cannot do without. Let me know. Um, I enjoy Casper. I like Casper. Um, I like what else? What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think of what. So it's interesting because I love musicals, and one of the musicals that I actually love to watch every season, because the musical actually follows the seasons, is Meet Me in St. Louis. And if you have not seen that movie, please, I know that some of you are not musical fans, but please hear me out when I tell you that this is like one of like my favorite musicals of all time. It has Judy Garland singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, like cannot do without it. But there is a fantastic Halloween scene in that movie that is so timely. It really captures an era of Halloween in old days. And it was really cool I always, it's a movie that I love to watch. I love to watch it at Christmas because of the Christmas scenes. I love to watch it at Halloween because of the Halloween scene. And so that's a top of my list. Yes, I've already watched it. Like I watched it last week. And I will probably watch it again this week. It does not get old for me. I'm trying to think of other ones that I have to watch, but curious to know what you guys think. I'm going to head over to the comments right now, say good morning to you guys, and see what is going on. Miss Brittany is here today. Good morning, Miss Brittany. Juju is here. Grand day. Yes. If you're just coming on and you're wondering what the crying is about, Project Joy is going to be back to Mondays only for the remainder of 2022. At least that's the plan right now. Listen, guys, think if you like Project Joy Live Monday through Friday, holler at me. Okay. First of all, tell me, Jessica, you're ruining my life right now. Second of all, just send the good vibes this way. It's just like I said, there's so much going on behind the scenes, and there's like just priorities are shifting. There's a lot of different things going on. And so it's going to be interesting to see how I know some of y'all are upset though, and I'm sorry about that. Good morning, Rhonda. It's good to see you. Yes, speed warp. Divine DNA is in the audience. Wait a minute. Am I in the right studio? It's Project Joy. I'm so happy. I'm so glad that you're here. Yes, it's cold, Rhonda. I feel you. It is cold. October is an amazing month. I wonder why. I feel like there's someone who has a birthday. Nah, I'm hallucinating. Our own Mr. Jackson, Donnell from Divine DNA, has a birthday this month. I hear through the grapevine. Yes, that's what it is. I just have to take care of me, have to take care of the family. And I know that many of you can resonate with feeling like the protector and the weight of the world is on your shoulders sometimes. I know that some of you feel that as well. And it can be a lot. It truly can be a lot. Even if we consciously know the weight of the world isn't in fact on our shoulders, there are many of us that feel that intense level of responsibility for ourselves, for our home, for our extended family and friends, for the world. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Our midterm elections are coming up, boys and girls, here in the United States. And I want to encourage you that if you like your freedoms, please go vote. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Please go vote, boys and girls. Okay. Thank you. That's my PSA for this morning. I want to talk to you about national days really quickly. It is domestic violence. I want to start out by saying this. October, there's a lot of different awarenesses months this month that made no English sense at all. But It is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I want to tell you guys about something really exciting that's happening for this month. Every Wednesday, Divine DNA has a fantastic series they're doing about Domestic Violence Awareness Month called Stories of Survival. Donnell and Angelique are going to hold an incredible space for people to speak about their experiences. They also have professionals coming on the show. This is going to be amazing. So make sure you are there on the Breakthrough Show Network to tune in for Divine DNA every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Breakthrough Show Network. It's going to be so good, you guys. Highly recommend. And I want to say this about that, if I may. Can I just take one moment here? For those of you who who may feel like domestic violence, I've never lived through that. That's not, I'm not going through that. I feel like I can skip it. This series is going to be fantastic for you to watch for this reason. Somebody in your life, with the numbers what they are regarding domestic violence, somebody in your life is going through something, and this series is really going to help you to see the signs. And you could be that one person for somebody. You could be that person that is able to help somebody out. You could be that person that is able to just be an ear for someone to talk to. There's a million and one things that you're going to be able to pick up from this series. So don't just skip it because this isn't something that you're going through. I highly recommend that you watch this series and just know what's going on. Okay. I just wanted to say that about that, if I may. All right. Also in October, we continue with our national days this year. So October 3rd is National Boyfriend Day. If you have a boyfriend, raise your hand. I have a boyfriend. He's also my husband. National Boyfriend Day, excuse me, it's sometimes referred to as National Boyfriend's Day. On October 3rd, recognizes the sweetheart in your life. Like special days for family members, this day dedicates attention to the boyfriends in our lives. So if you have a boyfriend and you love him so much, shout him out in the comments. It is also National Techies Day. National Techies Day. Let's see what this is about. It encourages students to consider a career in technology. With so many opportunities in the growing technology field, students are seeking a career in technology and will find promising choices anywhere they look. I love that. I love that idea. One of my kids is really interested in tech, and it's going to be, I think, an amazing career for them for sure. It is also the first Monday in October is National Child Health Day. It is recognizes the care and guidance children need to grow strong and healthy. So make sure they're eating healthy foods, moving their bodies, etc. And also it recognizes that health of our children is something that parents can tend to worry about. So take a deep breath, know you're doing okay, and just just encourage your child to have a good immune system. And I think that's a great start to any of it. It is also National Consignment Day. It's the first Monday in October. As the seasons change and our lives evolve, so do our styles and budgets. On the first Monday in October, National Consignment Day offers a way to elevate both. The holiday celebrates consignment as the smart, sustainable way to shop, earn money, and extend the lifestyle of your items. Who likes to shop on consignment in the audience? Raise your hand. I enjoy there are better consignment stores here than where I was living before, and I'll leave it at that. Sometimes it can be challenging as far as sizing and stuff, but it's great. I found for the kids stuff because kids are rough on their things. Okay. Some of these people, sometimes I go to the consignment store and I'm shocked when I find children's clothes that do not have a stain, a rip. And I'm like, what did you do? Keep your child in a bubble? I'm very confused over here. I love it though. Consignment shopping is great. I think for the kids, like mine have always tended to be a little more rough in the mud puddles and climbing things and ripping pants and all of that. So I appreciate the consignment shopping for sure. Juju said Divine DNA is doing something phenomenal and I cannot wait. Absolutely. absolutely really excited. Judith has a sweet boyfriend, Gary. Yes, I love that. Hi, Gary. Happy Boyfriend's Day to you. Adam Duvall is joining us. Hello, hello. And he says, sorry, just a quick one. I have an emergency. My wife is playing Christmas songs. I'm going crazy here. Can we all send some good vibes over to Adam? Though my vibes are probably not going to help because I have a child who plays Christmas music all year round. And to be fair, occasionally if I'm having like a super down day, um, I might sing Jingle Bells from Barbara Streisand. Do you guys know this version of Jingle Bells by Barbara Streisand? Anyone? I believe it's called Jingle What? Anyone? Raise your hand. It's literally my favorite. And I sing it when I'm sad. So I can't help you, Adam. I'm sorry, is what I'm trying to say. All right, you guys, listen, we're going to take a quick break and be right back after this. Today, we are talking about how good things are coming. We're going to look a little bit at the cycle of different things. And I think you're going to realize the same thing that I've come to realize. You'll see what that is coming right after this. So we'll be right back after this. You guys don't go anywhere. Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. It is Monday, October 3rd, 2022. In case you missed the announcement earlier, Project Joy Live, at least for the time being, at least this is the current decision. We are going back to Mondays only for the remainder of 2022. If things shift before, we'll be back. If not, it is what it is. But I just want to tell you guys about that. I also want to tell you that I'm on my final edit of my Thriving Through Change book. Many of you might know that I wrote an ebook back in 2016 called Coping Through Change. And it's a simple guide to coping through different seasons of change in your life. What is a season of change? Thriving Through Change is actually going to explain that, because it was kind of funny. I sat down to do the edit of the book, and I was like, I never explained what I meant by that. It was just sort of assumed that you know what a season of change is, and everybody might have their own definition, but I felt like it was important to address that in the rewrite. And then also when I sat down to do it, my spirit guides were telling me it was important to change the title, because it's not just about coping. My job isn't to push you through whatever it is you're going through. My job is to help you create a space for yourself to thrive during times of change and transition in your life. And so I was able to add some different sections to the book and do little rewrites, different things. And I'm really excited that it's going to be out in paperback form as well. It is a workbook. And it is something that was how the original ebook was as well, where it comes with downloads for 3 different meditations. It comes with a printable you can download. It comes with a 21-day way to work through the book if you choose to do it that way. Or you can just go at your own pace. There are journal pages in it. It's fantastic. So I can't wait for it to come out. This is all reworked, and I'm on the final edit, and fingers crossed that will be hopefully next Monday. I'll be like, hey, it's up and ready for you. So stay tuned for that. Thriving Through Change by me, Jessica Dugas. Very excited. I want to talk to you today about the fact that good things are coming. And I bring you this message when I was like, what do I want to talk about today? I mentioned that we've been going through a lot behind the scenes. Okay. A lot. That's like the understatement of the decade. Okay. And there's been a lot behind the scenes going on the Breakthrough Show as well, on the Breakthrough Show Network. And speaking of seasons of change, that's what this has been. And it's been really challenging for me on many levels. And when we're facing those challenges, especially like right in the thick of it, right in the moment, we can sit here and go, is this ever going to end? Why me? What the actual, what? What the hell is happening here? And one of the things that I really enjoy doing, and this is part of my Thriving Through Change book, is sharing about looking back to nature. Nature is always changing. And season after season, we're still here. We're still going. It's a beautiful thing to witness. Even thinking about, so it was funny this morning, I was scrolling through my news feed, and shout out to Amanda Seals, who's a teacher. And she posted, I want to do this at home, by the way, as well. She posted a thing about, there's a book. I don't remember the name of the book, but it's about a pumpkin. And you can put like the pumpkin in an old like cider jug, and then like the jack-o'-lantern, and eventually the pumpkin breaks down, right? And it goes into the soil that you put. Let me backtrack. You're supposed to put soil at the bottom. Sorry. Soil. You got the pumpkin. The pumpkin, you can watch it like get moldy and everything and soak down into the soil. And once it gets onto the soil, you cover it with more soil. And next thing you know, more pumpkins are growing, because that's how resilient the seeds of the pumpkin are. It can survive the pumpkin, the flesh of the pumpkin completely breaking down and soaking. Have you guys ever done this experiment before? I'm excited to do this. I want to do it, and I want to grow all the pumpkins. But the point of it is to show the resiliency of nature, the resiliency of seeds. And if we can understand that we are part of this planet, that we are part of nature, that we are part of this cyclical energy, that we are stronger and more resilient than we think we are. And that we may have that complete, disgusting, moldy breakdown moment, but we'll come back. We'll bounce back from that if we allow ourselves to. And so I don't want to sugarcoat at all when things suck. When things are really hard, and it can be really challenging. We saw last week with the hurricane coming through Florida, and sending all the love to everyone who had their homes and things devastated from that. It can be hard in those moments to be like, what in the hell is the joy here? there, it's there. Remember, we talked about that. You are joy, and so you are there. It's there. But it can be hard in the moment when you're going through those challenges. And I think the important thing to remember is that good things are coming. Um, do you guys know the book? Did you read as a child, Sarah Plain and Tall? Do you guys know what book I'm talking about? Sarah Plain and Tall. Um, hey Jebba, good to see you this morning. Uh, that book, that series of books was made into, I think Hallmark maybe put out the movies or something like that. And but at any rate, the book is so good, so good. And the movies that they made had Christopher Walken and Glenn Close. I mean, just so good. But anyway, that story in particular has a very seasonal sort of vibe to it as well, where they really struggled. Again, it's a period piece. um, they really struggled in the winter time to tend to their farm and things like that, because there was blizzards and there wasn't like the modern conveniences that we had today and that we have today. And it was sort of when the storms were over, etc., they would come out of it with like just this like deep breath of like we got through it. And then we know it repeats. And so one of the things that we can look at, especially this time of year, and if you're in New England, it's like, you see it all around you with the colors of the leaves changing and the leaves starting to fall here. You can see that very cyclical nature in nature around us, and realize that there's a time and a place for everything, and that we shouldn't expect ourselves to be on, go, 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 good, good, good all the time, because that's not the fact in nature. We see, everything falls in the fall, in autumn, okay? And then things die off in the winter, and then they start to sprout again in spring, and then they thrive in the summer. And so when we see that, we have to know that just as we wouldn't expect a tree to be the same all the time, even the pine trees that are evergreens go through their own changes, okay? We shouldn't expect ourselves to be on and perfect and good and all of this stuff all of the time. It's just not realistic. So I try to remember in looking at everything that good things are coming. One of the things that sparked this conversation was the fact that Mercury went direct yesterday. Who's glad that Mercury is not in retrograde anymore? Uh, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know about what does Mercury, retrograde mean? So it's simply seeing the shadow side of Mercury, the planet Mercury. It's not, it doesn't actually mean that the planet is spinning backwards. That's not how that works. But from our point of view, it looks like the shadow side here on Earth. And so Mercury sometimes can cause lapses in communication, technology. You see like kind of a karmic almost energy sometimes. I feel like sometimes like we can have exes pop back up in the picture, like things popping up that we need to address. And so it can be an uncomfortable time for some people. Some people love it. They're like, yes baby, let's dive in. I'm sort of in between. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, give it to me Mercury. But I'm not gonna like die from it either, okay? So Mercury went direct yesterday, and this is now like we have that greater clarity coming to the surface, and communication might be, I don't know about you guys, but like the whole last week of Mercury being in retrograde, like I could not speak like a human being, okay? Everything, and my husband was the same way. Everything that came out of our mouths was like blah, 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 just sounded like mumble jumble. Is something going on? I don't know, but that's what it felt like. And Brittany's like, yes, thank God it's done. And the thing of it is it's funny because, I think most people aren't even aware of like the planetary movements as a whole. I pay a little more attention to it because I love to do different things with astrology, and I've used astrology in my mentoring with people sometimes. But we had, at one point, we had 8 planets in retrograde. Okay. Like that's a lot. Okay. Again, retro is that shadow side of those different things. So yesterday we had Mercury going direct. On October 8th, Pluto goes direct. Now, what does Pluto stand for? I already told you what Mercury stands for. Pluto stands for regeneration, transformation, rebirth. It's like it is it's kind of that really deep part of yourself. Okay. It's about looking at things differently, new outlooks in life, etc. So Pluto goes direct on the 8th, and that has been, if you've felt kind of funky since the springtime, it might have been Pluto. Okay. Because that has been in retrograde since April 29th. And so this is about like spirituality, transformation, of being completed. All right. And then on October 23rd, Saturn goes direct. So Saturn's meaning is about maturity, responsibility, discipline, stewardship. That's your like boundaries, self-control. It's the responsible one. I'm clearly not I'm clearly not ruled by Saturn over here, but it's responsibility. Okay. So if things have felt a little wonky, and I find that really interesting, it happening right before our midterm elections here in the state. It's really interesting. And so then the other thing I wanted to point out, because that's the things going direct, on October 30th, Mars goes into retrograde. So Mars is our planet of personal power and that strength and masculine energy and push, and so it's more of like, I take a nap right here. Kind of energy that comes with a Mars retrograde. Okay. Like it's that call to like go within, kind of rest a little bit, but also it's really important to kind of reevaluate what you're doing, what you've got going on in your life, and what you stand for. And so I find it really interesting that these direct and retrogrades are happening right before, like I said, midterm elections. It's interesting to watch. But at any rate, all of this reminds me that, like, look, a planet will go retrograde and then it will go direct. And then it's going to go retrograde again. And then guess what? It's going to go direct again. We're going to have spring, fall right now. Winter's coming. Guess what? Next year, we're going to have fall and winter's going to come again. It's change is expected. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to say this morning, as the title of this episode is Good Things Are Coming, is to remind you that good things are happening right now. Good things might be coming, but good things are happening right now, and your future is being created right now. So I think sometimes when we can't see the good that's coming, it's important for us to remember that goodness is being created in this moment. And if we are focused on how horrible things are right now, what could be being created from something that's so bad? It's a reminder for us to look in the moment, right now, and know that the good is already here. It kind of goes back to that conversation that we were having about things being joy, and how can we look at devastating situations and challenges and go, where's the joy here? But if we are joy, then that's the joy that's present. And I believe that that's how we continue to be in a space of joy. And that we can cry and be angry and frustrated, and feel joy at the exact same time. I felt a lot of that lately. Intense sadness, really intense anger and frustration, really, the frustrating coming from a place of confusion and not really understanding what's going on. And I've been able to say that I'm consistently joyful through all of that, because I know that from this, joy is made and good things are coming, and good things are happening right now. For the first time in my adult life, somebody said something to me the other day. Because this last thing that I want to share with you comes from when we hold that space of joy, that we can really be the joy for other people, what people need. Someone said to me the other day, you have a lot to offer the world. And I've never heard that phrase, exactly that phrase, said to me in my adult life. I've heard that something I've done has impacted someone. I've heard that, thank you. Like I'm not ignoring the gratitude that has been expressed to me for things that I've put in the world, whatever that may be. But this was the first time someone said that full phrase to me, you have a lot to offer the world. And it was exactly what I needed in the moment of feeling that confusion, that like, what am I doing? Like, what's the point kind of thing. And so she was, for me in that moment, the joy, the light, the happiness, all of that I needed in the moment, that I couldn't grasp onto in that. It was killed me, the timing that she said it in, because I was really feeling it that day. And then we continued the conversation, but it was like, just, we can be that joy for other people. We can be a light when someone is in their darkest place. Just by expressing, how we feel, just by knowing that we are joy and they are joy too. I thank everybody who takes the time to be the light, be the joy, and resides in that space of knowing that good things are coming, because that faith, that hope, that's exactly what we need right now, with everything else that's going on in the world. Sending big hugs, Brittany, and I love you so much. I appreciate you guys being here with me this morning. So I hope that message serves you well, continues to serve you well, that, you are joy. Good things are coming, because good things are happening for you right now, right this second. Okay. We'll be right back after this to finish up with birthdays. Let me know if you have anything you're celebrating today, and we'll be right back after this.
Imagine a world where every child gets a great education. Educating all children is the only way to end poverty. This is what the Weiss Scholarship Foundation is working to accomplish. Our 6 staff members, our mentors and coordinators, who are on the ground in Kenya, are totally engaged in every aspect of our students' lives, so we can give them every opportunity for success. In just a few short years, we have already awarded 141 scholarships. We send children to high school who would have never gone without our support. And then we help them go on to either university or vocational school. We have already scaled our holistic business model to 4 locations and are ready to scale it to many more. Today it's Kenya, but tomorrow it's more countries. Please contribute what you can today. You can make a one-time donation, a recurring donation, or choose to sponsor a child all on your own for all 4 years of high school for just $3,500. Go to our website, www.weisscholarshipfoundation.org.
I shall stand for love, even with a broken soul, even with a heavy heart. I shall stand for love, for the world is wounded, not just my little piece of land, where I am mostly safe, where I am mostly well, but our world, everywhere, every day. I shall stand for love, because we need more light, not more death, not more power, not more bombs. I shall stand for love, so that our children are safe, so that our friends are sheltered, so that our borders are open. I shall stand for love, even with a broken soul, even with a heavy heart.
I shall stand for love, even with a broken soul, even with a heavy heart. I shall stand for love. I shall stand for joy. I shall stand for peace. I feel very introspective today, and I would encourage each of you who feel that energy to go within, to listen to it and go within and know that good things are coming, that good things are coming on the other side of that. Our own personal retrogrades that we need to go through sometimes. Mandy's here. Good morning. I try to tell you, bring some tissues, something. I can't help it sometimes. I feel, I can only express on this show what I'm feeling. And I said from the very beginning, even when this was just a little 15-minute podcast that I would do by myself, it was important for me to really express the emotion that I was feeling. And just be real about it. Because I mean, not that any other show that I do is scripted, but every other show that I do is very focused on the guest, and as it should be. Even if it's your show, if you have a guest on, it's about them. It's about what's going on with them and their world and what they're doing. That's important that we make our guests feel that way. And so Project Joy for me has always been about being a place where I can express the realness that is my life, and just being who I am, and showing and walking my talk, because I go around, my business card says joy is your choice. If I don't live that, I'm not being real to that message that I'm sharing, because I truly believe that. I believe that in any moment it is up to me to be joyful. And so I want to share the realness of that with you guys. Thank you for standing for love with us this morning as well. You can visit weshallstandforlove.world, I believe it is. Make sure you check that out. Also, be sure to visit our friends at the Weiss Scholarship Foundation, weisscholarshipfoundation.org, and help us end poverty around the world. I appreciate you guys doing that. Yes, I shall stand for love, stand for peace. Just came in and got the download. Listen, that's how it happens over here. Okay, so we got some birthdays today to celebrate. Lots of folks in music and the acting world. And I love don't you guys love when autocorrect thinks it knows better than you? Can we just have a moment of not joy with that? Anyway. Birthdays. Anybody else have a birthday they're celebrating today? Let me know. So Gwen Stefani has a birthday today. You guys might know her from the Voice, no doubt. For us 90s kids and teenagers, we love some No Doubt. So happy birthday, Gwen Stefani. I'm a big Gwen Stefani fan, so I just stop the love fest right there. Tommy Lee has a birthday today. Nev Campbell, by the way, autocorrect put Never Campbell. Not a thing. Autocorrect, okay? Nev Campbell has a birthday today. Speaking of spooky season, let me know if you guys are fans of the Scream movie. I was disappointed with the last one that came out. Did anybody see the last Scream movie? Nev Campbell, happy birthday. I love you, but the last one, listen, it was good in the nostalgia of it. Some of these latest in series that have been coming out, I like the nostalgia, but the story is like, I don't know, man. I just wasn't happy with it. I just wasn't happy. But Nev Campbell, we love you and happy birthday. I loved Nev Campbell from back in her Party of Five days. I loved that show, Party of Five. Anybody Party of Five fans out there? I loved that. Kevin Richardson from the Backstreet Boys has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Kevin Richardson. Actor Sean William Scott, you guys might know him as Stifler on the American Pie movies. Love him. He's hilarious. And then a couple days ago, there was a birthday in our breakthrough community that I have to shout out because she is my sister across the world. I love her to pieces. I could listen to her voice all day long. I'm so moved by her bringing her music to the world. When the world called her to do it, and she's just one of the most beautiful people I know. Happy birthday to my dear friend, my sister across the water, Olivia Ambani. I love you so much, my friend, and I hope you had an amazing birthday the other day. And I just wanted to share about that. Brittany loves Party. I loved that show. Loved that show so much. One of my favorites. All right, so that is our birthdays today. Let's get our birthday song on. Drum roll, please. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gwen Stefani, Tommy Lee, Nev Campbell, Kevin Richardson, Sean William Scott, and Olivia Ambani. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody that is celebrating. I hope you have amazing day. And Olivia, I hope you had a great day the other day. Wishing you lots of birthday goodness over here. So what's going on this week? We have a new episode of My Way coming up tomorrow. Conversations with entrepreneurs doing business outside the box. I thought my little picture was here and it's not, so I'm going to get it for you. Michael Whitehouse is my guest on My Way. He's known as the guy who knows a guy. He actually lives, do you believe this shit, you guys? He lives right down the street from me, and I have not seen him yet since we've been back here. This needs to happen, is all I'm trying to say. So happy My Way Day coming up on Tuesday, tomorrow, 6:05 p.m. Eastern time with Michael Whitehouse. Don't miss it. It's going to be amazing. And I'm sure we're going to talk about what a small world it is, because how we met was really interesting as well. And then on Wednesday, don't forget, you guys, Divine DNA all month this month is going to be doing their domestic violence awareness series, and called Stories of Survival. Really excited about that, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And then we'll have a replay episode of the Breakthrough Show coming up on Friday, and it's going to be an amazing week. And remember that good things are coming. Good things are coming. Happy birthday. Yes, lots of birthdays going on. All right, you guys, I'm wishing you an amazing day. I will be back next Monday. Final announcement, in case you missed it, Project Joy is going back to Mondays only as of right now through the remainder of 2022. And that gives me some time to go introspective. go internally and take care of some stuff. And I hope you will join me each Monday. I hope you'll have, be ready for the joy every Monday and join me here. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you, thank you for being here. And I want to remind you to make every day a great day for a breakthrough and make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'll see you next week, guys. Bye. You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show, inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.